What's good, YouTube? It's Boucher the Great, and I'm back here to do another review. And today we're going to be doing the most epic, the most hype, the biggest movie that come out probably ever. And I'm joined by...
Giselle.
And we about to talk about all the spoilers that's happening, everything about the movie. So we spoiling it, put it like that. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, go watch my non-spoiler video. And if you have seen the movie, stick around, because we about to get deep into all the details, all the juicy stuff that happened in the movie. All right, so... let's get ready. So, man, we've seen the movie, and if you've seen the non-spoiler video, I was hyped about the movie. The movie was crazy to me. It was probably the best thing I ever seen, and then the hype, the movie lived up to the hype. But that's how I feel. What do you think about it?
Yeah, it lived up to the hype. It was best movie easily of the year, of the past few years.
I mean, if you ain't seen this movie yet, but you want to see it, man, I know your blood is just boiling right now. You can't wait to see the movie. The movie is, I'm telling you now, the movie is just fantastic. I guess, hey, fucking thing. Get your buddies out of here. So the movie, man, it starts off crazy. I'm talking about, well, it don't start off too crazy. It starts off with Hawkeye. I'm surprised that it started off with him. And that's a big thing in this movie, that a lot of the biggest characters in this movie are actually the smallest characters throughout the whole, MCU, really. Like, we got Hawkeye, we got Nebula, we got, who was the third one?
Rocket? I don't know. Can you really say Rocket's small?
Rocket not small. Who am I thinking of? I can't think of the name right now. But anyway,
those are like the main ones. I think they really. I mean, if you
Ant-Man.
Yeah, there you
Ant-Man.
go.
That's what I was talking about.
I was gonna say if you want to count.
I mean, he has his own movie, but he's still small compared to Captain America and Iron Man like that. But
as far as like the Avengers, I guess you can say he's small.
Yeah, and he shrinks.
Yeah.
No.
Pun intended.
But yeah, man, early in the movie, they start off with Hawkeye. He loses his family, and it's a little sad little moment, And nah, man, it was sad though, because Hawkeye been gone for so long. To finally see him come back, it takes place, when Thanos did the snap. So what do you think of that first scene?
It's sad. I mean, I don't really care about him as a character, but well, I mean, because they don't really show him like that, so I guess you can't really grow to love him or whatever.
I guess it was just...
it's just sad
where he was at, though.
Yeah.
Like, at that time.
It's just sad because it's like, he's playing with his little girl, and then next thing you know, he turns around and she's missing. And it's like, I think in anybody's mind, not knowing what's going on, your little girl just goes missing. You're like, what the hell?
And then the movie shifts gears a little bit, and it goes into when Iron Man is out in space, stuck in space with Nebula. And it looks like, he only got like maybe even hours left, until he's probably gonna just die in space, and he's just living, I guess, what he knows. You see in the trailer when he gives a little message through the Iron Man mask. But then who comes to save the day? Here comes Captain Marvel. They brought her in early in the movie, man, early. But I mean, throughout the movie, Captain Marvel, she played her role, but I think they didn't overpower her in that movie.
Yeah, she was like, she did more like how do you say it? She appeared like very slim. Yeah,
like, it's a good thing to me that they didn't overpower her in the movie as far as having her in the big screen, because like, her being there is like, it makes the movie, I guess, less interesting, because she's somebody...
You could probably outbeat him like ASAP. Like,
and
not much force. There won't be no form of entertainment there, because it's like, you already know, she goes there, boom, he's dead.
Boom, boom, boom. So instead of 3 hours, we get like maybe an hour. And they, the movie starts off slow, because people are still, living from the snap. So the people that's still there from the snap, are still affected by the snap. Are readjusting to life on, having to lose, I guess, 50% of the planet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the movie starts off, like, it starts off slow, but, I mean, you get to see everybody, I guess how they're.
But it's like a good slow. It's not like a boring slow.
Nah,
you know, it's like a good slow where it's like it needs like a good pace, like to tie things together and give you that feel and like despair, because it's like you feel it too. You feel people are gone.
And just like the movie, we go pick up the pace. One of my favorite scenes from the movie was the battle scene. The battle scene before the big battle scene. The big battle scene is still one of my favorite parts. But when Captain America was fighting Thanos, and when he picked up that hammer, when we all seen him, you know, grab Thor's hammer and use it like he'd been using it his whole life.
He's worthy.
That was the craziest scene, I think, throughout the whole. That was the most shocking part, I think, to me. More than the deaths that happened in the movie. I think that was the most shocking part, at least. What do you think?
Yeah, that was my favorite part. That was just like, it just looks so freaking dope. Even though for whatever reason, you know, Captain America, for whatever reason, used Thor's hammer better than Thor himself uses it.
I think it was some cheat codes put into the movie.
He learned how to use that shit quick. And he channeled the gods on that one and everything.
Hey, I'm telling you, that brought back, you know, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighters, all the fighting video games you can think of. That's what it looked like, you know. And it was that was probably like one of the best fighting scenes ever.
Yeah, it looked super dope.
How did he know how to use the thunder? I mean, we'll never know, I guess. You know, the lightning.
It's a movie. They don't explain it all the way through.
Hey, but he did this thing and he held his ground against Thanos. You know.
Yeah. Go.
No, but anyway, he held his ground, like she said. Because you had, you know, he was not out there alone. He was out there with, you know, Thor, and he was out there with Iron Man.
He was getting his ass beat at first. We thought he was literally about to die.
Yeah. So we thought, you know, he was going to die because, you know, eventually Thanos started giving him that, you know, that ass whooping. And he started breaking the shield. So when he broke the shield, you know, I felt that, like, his so big of a heroic moment coming that, all right, he's about to die right now.
Yeah.
And
he didn't. He came back with a vengeance, and he, like I said, he freaking brought the gods with him, and for whatever reason started channeling thunder and shit and all this.
But I feel like
craziness.
You know, a lot of this hype, you know, I like to give it to the heroes, but I gotta give some hype to Thanos too, because Thanos, he's that guy. You know, like Thanos is probably one of my favorite parts of like Infinity War and Endgame, because just how he is as a character. You know, Thanos is. Josh Brolin gave you the most perfect Thanos you probably ever gonna get. Put it like that. You know, I felt like he is Thanos. How, you know, Hugh Jackman is Wolverine, and how they say Heath Ledger is the Joker. And I feel like, you know, Josh Brolin is Thanos. And Thanos is that guy. You know, he's not to be just, you know, mistaken for no punk pussy. No, but Thanos come with it though, you know, and he holds his ground against whoever it is in front of him. But yeah. But anyway, and I just had to get Thanos a little shout out. But
even though he gets his head chopped off in the first like 5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, that part was crazy. You know, like
you didn't expect that. You're like.
I guess Thor was like, hey, you ain't got to tell me twice no more, you know. So,
he's aiming for the head this time. He ain't missing.
You always supposed to aim for the head. I don't know why he didn't do that the first time. But, I mean, I guess he learned from his mistakes. But the battle scene, what did you think? The when Captain America was standing, you know, toe-to-toe with Thanos, and Thanos' entire army was coming down, and he was bringing everybody off the ship. What did you think?
I thought that I whispered in his ear, and I'm like, everybody's gonna come right now. And then what happens? The portal's open.
And
it's like I had that premonition of, you know, everybody's about to come kick some ass right now.
When he hear that voice, I knew who that voice was automatically. I knew it was Falcon, and I knew that he was coming, but I didn't expect
the new Captain America, right?
Yeah, I didn't expect my boy T'Challa, aka Black Panther, aka Wakanda Forever, step through first. They did it right, letting my dude walk out first, man. I was like, okay, we on now. Now we just came up, you know, because we've been held down for like 500 years, and hey,
oh my goodness,
you know, my dude came through and did his thing, you know. But when they came out and they fleshed out the whole army of, you know, all the good guys. We got Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, you know, we got all these other guys. I can't think of the name. Valkyrie. We got, You know, everybody that Doctor Strange be with, everybody that all Thor people just...
The whole team assembled, like, man, everybody.
They came, it was wartime. They had the biggest war, the baddest war. Man, I'm talking about this it was just crazy, man. Like, Cap and...
I didn't expect it to be... I mean, you knew there wasn't a big giant fight scene, but I didn't expect the whole team to come, like...
When I seen...
Beyond the team to come.
When we seen Infinity War, I thought that fight scene was big, and I thought that was good and crazy. But that fight scene don't even live up to this fight scene.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
This fight scene is...
You see Scarlet Witch up there against him, whooping some ass. Hey, she's dope as shit. I mean, I don't know why they didn't focus the movie more on her, too, because she's strong as hell, man.
Yeah, she came for Thanos this time.
She was pissed.
She was ready for his ass, too. You know, and they had... You know, everybody played a role into the whole movie. When they had the gauntlet and they was trying to run with it to get it to Ant-Man, you know.
Oh, yeah, shout out to, you know, what's his name? Hawkeye, because, you know, any other dumb person would just left and forgot about the gauntlet being there, and he actually remembered, picked that shit up and ran.
We actually mentioned that while I was watching the movie. The smart thing that he did that, too.
Because everybody else would be like, they'll see it there and keep running. It's like, no, pick it up. He picked it up.
One thing that I'm a little salty about, and it's not nothing bad, but... the Hulk. I wanted to see the old school Hulk. I wanted to see the crazy Hulk. I wanted to see the Hulk that just smashes everything that's in his way.
Ruthless Hulk.
Hey, I wanted to see, you know, the Savage, you know, and I understand, you know, throughout the movie when Bruce Banner went into, you know, fuse himself, do half and half. But in that fight scene, though, we should have got the old
I personally thought, like, I kept telling him, like, watch. Because everybody kept thinking, you know, Captain Marvel's going to come in this movie and sweep. And I'm like, nah, I don't think Captain Marvel's going to come sweep. I was like, I think the Hulk's going to come sweep. Because in Infinity War, he crapped out, right? He couldn't come out no more. He was scared. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, watch. They're going to bring him back in Endgame. He's going to whoop butt. Nah, he didn't. I was kind of sad about that. I was really hoping, you know. I mean, he will but he wasn't. It wasn't like big to where, like it really. They didn't even really focus the fight on him at all. And
a lot of talk was been going around about the whole time travel thing. Like, what do you think about that?
I mean, I don't think you could really pinpoint what time travel is. It's not necessarily real, but.
People have been having their questions and doubts about some stuff they did in the movie.
Yeah, well, I guess, like, how they reference in the movie, you know, like, Back to the Future and Hot Tub Time Machine and stuff like that, or whatever they reference in the movie. Talking about if they mess up anything in their past, then it's going to affect their future, and come to realize, and I learned this from another podcast because I didn't hear this, but it actually doesn't affect the future. As far as like the Avengers goes, because I have to watch the movie again.
So basically, they was going off of the butterfly effect. Like if you if you kill a butterfly in the past, it can disrupt the future. They weren't going
based off that. Because technically, their past, whatever they do in the past, is not gonna necessarily affect the future. Is what I think what they took the toll on.
I guess everybody has their theories about that, but it's like time travel is something that it's not real. So.
You can't really say how it could be or not. Yeah.
So, however somebody want to depict their time travel.
Though, this is the one. I mean, out of all the, if you want to really dig into the movie and think logically or whatever, this is the one thing that I did not understand. I mean, I'm not gonna be mad either because it's a movie, but when Nebula shot herself, I mean, she shot herself, her past self. So it's like how she technically should be dead then in the future, because even though like supposedly your past doesn't affect your future, but it's like she died. So technically she wouldn't even have a future. That's the only thing I thought. Like at first when she shot Nebula, when she shot herself, like her past self, at first I'm like thinking, oh shoot, she's about to like collapse and die too. But no, I mean that didn't happen. But that's my thought. That's the only thing that I was like.
That only makes sense though, because if you kill the old you, then how are you here today?
Yeah.
Because you should die. Even if, I don't know, you should die, because you're killing yourself at the future time. It's different if you're the one to at any time you kill yourself, you dead.
Yeah, you dead.
If you kill the future self of yourself, then you can live up to your death date.
Yeah,
you
basically,
know when you're gonna die.
But you killed your past self, so there technically wouldn't be a future for you. I don't know, it was weird. But I mean, Nebula, she did her shit too.
And Nebula came through the squad.
She's also, one of the, like he was saying, like a small character that was basically the biggest plot in the whole movie.
Yeah, the whole movie. The The whole movie is really based off of Nebula, if you think about it, because her helping the Avengers, her being, I guess, part machine, and her
memories or
her memories,
her vision or whatever,
synced in with the past Nebula. When they went back in time, the past Nebula got the present Nebula's memories. So Nebula, and that's what helped Thanos get to the time where they have the whole, shabam, boom, boom, boom. But is there anything else that you thought the movie wasn't so great on? Like, not that it wasn't great, but anything that you questioned or you thought they could have did better?
That was really the main thing, I think. Yeah, I think that was really it. I mean, the thing that surprised me and kind of made me sad, not sad, but like, as like I was talking to him, I didn't realize that, Gamora actually died. Yeah. Like, it didn't process to me that she was really dead. Like, you think, oh, everybody's gonna come back, so you personally think that, she's gonna be another one that comes back too, and you realize, like, once Black Widow dies, you realize, like, she ain't coming back. Neither one of them is coming back. Like, she died and she stayed dead, like, in that first movie. Yeah. She stayed dead.
If you think about it, the ones who was affected by the Soul Stone are the ones who really has to die, because, to be able to get the Soul Stone, you have to take the life for the Soul Stone to come. So even if you was to technically go back in the past and rewind before they die, the stone never appears. You can't grab the stone, because once the life is gone, the stone comes, and once life is back, the stone leaves. Right? That's how it's supposed to work, right? Of the person you love.
I don't know. That made me think though, because I didn't picture her to be actually dead. Like, I knew Vision was gonna be dead. Like, you knew he was gone clearly, because like you took the stone out of his like head, and that was the only thing keeping him alive. So you knew he was dead. He wasn't gonna be coming back. But then, like, the whole Gamora thing, I didn't realize it till Black Widow died, until Red Skull was like, this is irreversible. And it hit me even more when they all came back, and Black Widow didn't come back with the Avengers when they came back from their little time travel thing. And they're like talking about it, and they're like, there's no way to get her back. We can't do it. And I'm like, oh shoot, wait, so you can't get her back? That means what's her name is for real dead then. And I didn't think about that. It's crazy
because how they planned out who to go to what stone. They picked the most important people to go for the Soul Stone, because if you think about it, everybody else who was paired up didn't have the same emotional bond that Hawkeye and Black Widow had for each other, because they had a brother and sister relationship that for you to get the Soul Stone, you must sacrifice somebody you care about, the person you love, and they really loved each other. So if you think about it, you can't send War Machine and Nebula to go get the Soul Stone, because you gotta kill somebody and no stone go pop up.
I mean, they could have technically done the Hulk and Black Widow, but I think the Hulk would have died in that case. But I don't know. I thought Hawkeye was gonna die too. I thought he was gonna be the one to die, but then you think about it, and it's like you see the beginning of the movie, and you're like, okay, I don't think he's gonna be the one to die then, because they made that beginning of the movie a little significant as far as like he has to come back to his family. And
the biggest death of them all, the saddest death, was Iron Man. I didn't expect it. To be honest, I didn't expect it. Did you expect it?
I thought it was gonna be Captain America.
I thought Captain America too.
Especially after that fight scene where he goes all freaking Hadouken. No, I'm just kidding. When he goes all crazy and shit, like, I'm like, oh damn, he's going all out. He's about to die.
Yeah, I thought he was gone, man, because he's America's it boy, as far as he's the perfect soldier. He's Captain America. He always says
to live
the right
and die
thing
for your country and shit.
Yeah, he's the perfect guy to die, and he stood up to Thanos the time he had to, and I thought it was gonna be time for him to go, but it wasn't. And Iron Man, I guess it's like not ironic, but it's
it is, because he didn't necessarily want to do it. He didn't want to go back in time.
Yeah,
because he had his little daughter and a family, he didn't want to give that up.
Said that he told them in advance, I guess during Civil War at that time, about needing to put, like how he said, a shield around the earth for people who's like Thanos, who was coming to invade the earth, and they didn't want to listen to him.
Yeah.
So for him to die, man, and then he had that moment with Peter Parker. Now, the roles are switched, because now
he's the one dying, and Peter Parker's the one like, no, wait, like, don't go.
And I kept waiting for him to say something slick and not die. I kept waiting for it. I kept like, I know he about to say something to come back. I know he is. But no, Iron Man is no more.
Yeah, a little. It made me tear up a little bit when his wife's like, "It's gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine. Everything's fine. Just it's okay. You can let it go. Or whatever." He was like that. I'm just kidding.
Hey man, but no, he did his thing though. I mean, I respect Iron Man more for stepping up and taking that.
He's always been the cocky one, the egotistical, all to himself, like
right
doesn't care about nobody.
At that moment, he was America's soldier, if you want to say.
He was the only one that could do it. The only one that could stop it. Yeah, he already knew once Doctor Strange went to him and told him like that's the one chance.
Yeah,
you gotta do something. And that was sad. You already knew he was gonna die once you saw like him grab all the stones, because I mean obviously they had a trial run talking about who's gonna do the snap the first time to bring everybody back. Like nobody could do it because everybody was like, it was too powerful. So you already knew once he had him, it's like, oh, if he's gonna snap his fingers, he's most likely gonna end up dying because they didn't even want to do it earlier. The Hulk had to do it, and the Hulk got like damaged from it.
Yeah, I mean, overall the movie was great to me. I feel like the only thing they could have done better was have me in there. Because if they had me in there, nobody died.
He could have been the one to die.
See, if I was in there, then everybody would be saved. No, but the movie was great, man. I love the movie. I'm going to go rewatch it again.
Yeah, for sure.
I got to get it when they come out to Blu-ray.
That's what everybody's saying. Everybody's saying that you have to rewatch it again to appreciate it more. I feel like that because you go in there with so much expectation that you're just like everywhere. Your mind is just racing. You don't know where to grasp. Yeah. So it's like now that you already know, now you can actually go watch it and listen. Like I said, I didn't hear the whole part of the whole time travel thing not affecting the present or whatever the hell. So I gotta go back and re-watch it and actually listen, because my mind was like, what's going on here? What's going on there? What's gonna happen now? Who's gonna die? That's just what was in my mind the whole time.
Hey, technically, when you think about it too, they killed off Captain America. They didn't kill him off.
I was gonna ask you, how do you think about his ending?
I feel like that was a better ending for him than it would have been for Iron Man. Even though Iron Man didn't have really nothing to do with the past, but for Captain America to leave off, happy, he went back in time and never came back, basically. I felt like that was a great part, and then him passing the shield to Falcon was unexpected to me. What did you think about that?
It's weird. I mean, not weird, like I'm happy for him, but...
Do he got kids?
Who knows? I mean, they can't be superheroes, right? Because, what's his name was made that way. But, I mean, they could be the next little Iron Man. You never know. His daughter, I think his daughter is going to be the next something. His wife already, you saw his wife in a freaking, what's that suit? I don't know what her suit called, but
she was killing the game. She killed in the Halo
Miss
suit.
Iron Man over there.
And then the mysterious kid that was at the funeral. Who is he, and is he gonna play a part into? Yeah,
because they zoomed into him like he was gonna be something.
I don't know, man. I mean,
the next villain, the next superhero.
I'm just excited to see what's next. What's gonna happen next? What's the next big and bad thing that's gonna happen? I don't think you'll top Thanos, but hey, prove me wrong, Disney. If you hear this, prove me wrong. All right, anything else you want to say?
I think we're good. I think
okay, man. I mean, that's our rundown in the movie. I loved it. She loved it. I think you should love it too. If you don't love it, well then,
go hide under your rock that you've been in, because you're just a hater, and you're probably one of those that just hate something just because it's doing good.
Man, check out the movie if you haven't, and if you have seen it, leave a comment. Let us know what you thought about the movie. What was your favorite scene? What was a sad scene? And what you didn't like. But
you know what? Actually, we could have saw Groot more. I saw Groot once in the movie. So hey
man, Groot, get your ass out. Nah.
Groot could kick some ass too. No.
Hey man, Guardians of the Galaxy, go have Thor. That looked like
that's right. We didn't even mention that. The irony, right? The irony of Rocket and Thor being grouped together to go get the Infinity Stone. And now Thor is part of the Guardians of the Galaxy, or seems to be the new member of Guardians of the Galaxy. that it's not gonna come out till like 2 years, which is kind of depressing because I actually love the Guardians of the Galaxy. But so we gotta wait on that. But we're gonna have fat ass Thor.
Hey, no, Thor, lose weight, dog.
Oh my god, that like with his little beard braided.
So the lightning can braid your beard but can't cut your fat. What sense does that make?
That kind of like I didn't expect Thor to be like that either. I didn't expect him to be like drunk and I don't know what the hell was wrong with him. I didn't expect him to be all like that and then stay like that throughout the whole movie.
Hey, but Thor still had the power. He still did what he had to do.
Yeah, I mean, he got the thunder gods to braid his beard, you know, and put his hair in a man bun or whatever.
So, see, going crazy. You know, we about to get out of here, man, because I got to go, you know,
Sorry, I'm just excited for Guardians of the Galaxy to come out.
If my $1 billion hit the bank yet or not. But until next time, you know, Wakanda forever. All right.
Bye.